The truth about getting older, nobody tells you. People, what up? What's good? It's your boy TwoCentz, man. As y'all can see, we got an interesting video from Wise Joe, y'all. We've been looking at a lot of, foolishness. BBLs over here, fake abs, fake legs over here, day naps over there. Y'all, let's lock back in and let's get educated today, y'all. I need some wisdom, right? I need some guidance, man. I need some knowledge. Let's get it.
Nobody tells you about getting older. Here it is.
What's it?
One day you wake up and you're still you, but everything around you has quietly rearranged itself like a glitchy IKEA showroom built by your childhood fears and unprocessed trauma. You look in the mirror and think, wait, when did I become the adult in the room? Who approved this? Who let me hold the steering wheel of a life? And the universe just shrugs and hands you a utility bill and back pain like, congrats, you're level 32. Good
Ooh,
luck.
that's tough, y'all. You know what? I do relate to the look in the mirror and the back pain. Quick story. Y'all know we be talking, bro. But man, a couple of years ago, so I'm 23. When I was 21, right, I worked at FedEx, right. I was like an overnight slave, basically. And so, you know what I'm saying? After I quit that job, y'all, I kid you not, bro, my back hurt for like 7 months. Right, I had to give me some orthopedic Skechers, right, just so I could walk around and not be in pain. I'm dead serious. And then the mirror thing, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, it's just mainly been the facial hair, bro. Like I feel like my goatee be going back, so like the little crusty, y'all can't really see it on camera, but the little crusty beard be growing back so quick. It's be like, man, what's going on? So I definitely feel that, right?
Champ, no one warns you that you don't feel older. You just feel tired, like existentially tired. Tired in your bones, tired in your soul,
Mm,
tired of pretending you're okay when you don't even know what okay is anymore.
right.
And people will say, oh, you just need more sleep. Sweetheart, I could sleep for 14 hours and
And
still
still
wake up
be tired.
emotionally jet lagged from a dream where my high school ex ignored me at a pool party. Here's the kicker. They don't tell you that the hardest part of aging isn't the gray hairs
What is
or
it?
the creaky knees or the fact that every time you stand up, you make a sound like an old wooden ship. The hardest part is mourning the version of yourself you thought you'd be by now.
You know what? And obviously I don't know everything, right? Like I said, I'm 23 years old, man. But I think I kind of got away from, I don't set like overly crazy or overly high expectations, man. Like I try to get to where I want to be. If I don't get there, man, we try something different or we try harder, right? But you can't, you know I feel like, man, you can prepare and you can, what I'm saying, work towards things, but you can't control the way your life is going to turn out. You know what I'm saying? So you really can't be, man. When I was a kid, yeah, I wish I was or I wanted to be rich by the time I was 18 or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't work like that, man. God got a different plan for you, people.
That dream version. The successful, confident, healed, six figure, Abe's having, emotionally intelligent you. The one who drinks water, meditates, and knows what a Roth IRA
Right.
is.
But also, you guys, you can get here. You just have to put the work in. And like I said, bro, everybody's not going to get to one thing as quickly as they might like or as quickly as somebody else will, man. You could get to six figures, right? If you come from a rich family, it's going to be a lot easier to get there than if you started in middle class. And if you started lower class, right, it's going to be easier to get in shape, get swole if you've been playing sports your whole life. Whereas if you know what I'm saying, grew up off the Oreos and the corn dogs, man. So, I feel like, man, I feel like we got a lot to, like you're not doomed, bro. Like, as much as Unc and Auntie is like a meme, bro. When you turn 20 online, you know what I'm saying, you're a fossil, your life is over. You're not really, bro. Right? Like, plenty of people got plenty of time to achieve what they want to do, and even if you don't achieve what you wanted to do, man, maybe you helped somebody along the way, or maybe you found something that was even better, right, than you could have ever hoped or imagined, or not, right?
That version. But instead, here you are. Scrolling TikTok at 1:47 a.m.,
Mm,
comparing your real life to someone else's highlight reel with a spoonful of cold pasta in your mouth
nasty.
and a quiet panic in your chest that you can't name. You're not lazy, you're not broken, you're just stuck, burned out, numb. Half the time you're running on caffeine and unresolved childhood issues. The other half you're Googling how to feel feelings again, like it's something you can prime overnight. Nobody tells you that getting older means your circle shrinks, but your worries expand. Your social
Yeah, y'all. I'm gonna be pausing a lot if y'all couldn't tell, man. That is tough about, cause everybody, right? You had all your friends in middle school, and then you had all your friends in high school, and everybody has business to take care of, right? So, and on top of that, you're not forced to be in the same environment every single day. Like, you're not all meeting at the same building, so it's harder to maintain your friendships and relationships with the people you're cool with on top of that. So that is, what I'm saying, I relate to that, man. That's been tough, bro. Kind of getting disconnected with my homies and stuff like that. So yeah, man.
life turns into scheduling wars. Let's hang
Right,
out
let's hang
becomes
out.
how's next month looking
Mm-hmm.
for you? And then neither of you follows up because you're both emotionally bankrupt. You used to talk to your
We're
friends every
just too
day.
busy, man.
Now you celebrate if you exchange 3 memes and a "you alive" text once a quarter. And somehow that's enough, but also not. You learn that life doesn't really click. It doesn't magically make sense at 30 or 40 or even 50. There's no golden moment when the anxiety disappears and the confidence downloads like a software update. You just get better at hiding it, or joking about it, or carrying it around like a designer bag full of emotional baggage. Matching set, limited edition. You start realizing that healing isn't linear, that success doesn't fix your self worth, that relationships don't save you from
All right,
loneliness,
he talking now.
that you can be loved and still feel alone, that you can have everything you wanted and still feel like something's missing.
All right.
And that messes with you. Because no one ever says, hey, sometimes happiness is boring. Sometimes healing feels like grief. Sometimes growth feels like losing. Let me tell you something that might punch you in the gut a little.
Let's hear
You
it.
ready? You don't have unlimited time, I know. Shocking. Revolutionary. But hear me. One day you'll do something for the very last time and not even realize it. The last sleepover with friends, the last carefree road trip, the last time you laughed so hard your stomach hurts without needing a nap afterward, the last spontaneous midnight adventure before you became someone who checks the weather and takes a probiotic. And what really gets you? The small stuff. You'll be walking through a grocery store and see a cereal you haven't eaten since you were, and suddenly you're sobbing in aisle 7 because it hits you. You can't go back. You'll never be that kid again. That version of you is gone. And no matter how many vision boards or green smoothies or journaling prompts you do, you can't time travel. But you can choose. Every damn day you can choose to stop abandoning yourself. You can choose to stop living like you're running out of time to be someone else.
All right.
You can choose to be here with the weird, messy, hilarious, heartbroken, still learning version of you that exists right now. You want an aha moment? Here's one. Life isn't a ladder. It's not some perfect linear
He
staircase to a
talking,
final
y'all.
boss version of yourself. It's more like a forest. Twisting,
Right.
beautiful,
Get
windy.
lost a little bit.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you're running, sometimes
Yeah.
you're lost. Sometimes you're curled up under a metaphorical tree having an existential crisis about your purpose while pretending you're fine on social media. And the worst part? You think you're behind. Behind what? Behind who? Nobody's actually ahead. Everyone's just winging it with better filters and stronger coping mechanisms. Nobody really knows what they're doing. Some people are just better at acting like they do. And the ones who seem the most put together, yeah. They cry in the shower too, trust me. Want to hear a story that ruined me in the best way?
Let's hear it.
There's this old parable about a cracked clay pot. Every day, this woman carries 2 pots to fill with water. One's perfect. The other's cracked and leaks the whole way home. For years, the cracked pot feels useless, broken, like it's failed its purpose. Until one day, the woman says, you see those flowers along the path? I planted seeds on
Done
your
grew the
side,
flowers,
and
right?
every drop you spilled watered them. You didn't fail. You bloomed. That's you. You think you're behind, but you've been watering things you didn't even know. The people you've helped, the moments you showed up when it was hard, the quiet ways you've made life more beautiful for someone else. You think your cracks make you broken? Nah, they make you human. So, yeah, getting older means more bills, more aches, more weird conversations about health insurance and why your knee hurts when it rains. But it also means more chances to show up for yourself, to rewrite the story, to laugh at the chaos, to cry when it's real, to stop waiting for permission to live a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good from the outside. It means learning that rest isn't laziness, that boundaries aren't selfish, that healing isn't becoming someone new. It's remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. It means realizing that you can miss your old life and still love where you're going. That two things can be true. That contradiction doesn't mean confusion. It means you're alive, complex, evolving. It means finally learning to.
Yeah, he's speaking. I was quiet for a little minute. Y'all proud of me? But yeah, man, I mean, you know, everything not gonna be perfect, man. Life is what you make it, right? Not trying to sound like a super religious nut or whatever, man. But I believe in God, man. I just follow love God, love your neighbor as yourself, right? Try to live by that every single day. And then take care of my business. If I get it accomplished while I'm alive, the things I want to get accomplished while I'm alive, cool. If not, it is what it is, man. When I die, I believe I'm going to heaven anyway. So I ain't gonna stress about life.
Say, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying. And sometimes that's enough, more than enough. So if you're lying there right now, phone in hand, wrapped up in yesterday's guilt and tomorrow's anxiety, doom scrolling through everyone else's curated joy and wondering why you feel so damn empty, let this be the moment you breathe. Just breathe. Let this be the moment you remember something that your inner critic never says out loud. You're not alone. You're not late. You're not failing. You are becoming.
Mm.
And yeah, becoming, it's not glamorous. It's not some montage set to inspirational music where you suddenly glow up and run a marathon and get a book deal. No, becoming looks like wiping tears off your face with the same hoodie you've worn for 3 days. It looks like standing in the shower for 45 minutes.
Yeah, I mean every and this is for everything, bro. And it's so easy to forget, man. You're never gonna um anything that's worth getting or anything that's worth achieving, not achieving, is not gonna come easy, bro. Like no matter what it is, bro. If it's really worth it, you're going to struggle along the way there, right? And that's so easy. I feel like it's so easy to forget, man. But what they say, like pressure makes diamonds, man. It's true for everything, bro.
Because the water feels safer than your thoughts. It looks like saying no when your whole life you've been the person who says yes just to be liked. It looks like reheating the same sad pasta for dinner and deciding that's good enough. And it is. It is good enough.
No, that's not. You could make you something else than that pasta. I ain't even gonna lie.
Sometimes becoming means cleaning one dish and calling that a victory. Sometimes it means finally canceling that plan you were dreading and feeling relief instead of guilt. Sometimes it means having the courage to admit you're not okay.
Right.
Not because you want pity, but because you're tired of pretending. Sometimes it's texting a friend thinking of you, even if they haven't replied in weeks, and doing it anyway.
But also, y'all, I think there's also value in like he's talking, I guess, right now about accepting, like, it's okay to rest, it's okay to not be cool. Like, I feel like sometimes we also gotta push through, like burnout. It's gonna sound real, you know what I'm saying? Not right, but it's just been my experience. Like, push through burnout, man. Sometimes you gotta bottle stuff in, bro, and like, fight through it for real to really get past it, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
It's letting yourself laugh, like really laugh, the ugly kind, at a meme, or at yourself, or just at the whole ridiculous roller coaster of being alive in this weird, glitchy simulation we call adulthood. Because let's be real, adulting is 70% Googling. If you can die from drinking expired almond milk, 20% replying, ha ha ha, yeah, for sure, to texts you will never follow up on. and 10% pacing around the apartment, wondering if you actually like any of the things you used to love, or if you're just going through the motions because change is terrifying. You ever look at your to-do list and feel like you need a nap just from reading it? Yeah, that part. But even in all of that, you're doing better than you think. You're not behind. You're on your own timeline, your own path, your own damn planet some days. But you're moving. You're still showing up, still breathing, still finding little sparks of light in the dark. And that's not failure, that's resilience. You've survived things that once convinced you they would destroy you. You've grieved people, places, versions of yourself. You've held heartbreak in your chest like a second heartbeat. You've walked through silent battles no one applauded you for. And still, you're here. Still learning, still stumbling, still opening your heart, even when it's easier to shut down. Still trying to figure out how to love yourself on the days you don't even like yourself. Still checking in on people, even when you need checking in. Still trying to be gentle when the world feels harsh and loud and unforgiving. That's not weakness. That's strength most people won't ever see. So give yourself a damn break. Not just a 5-minute TikTok escape. A real, soul-deep, grace-filled pause. Give yourself credit for making it through mornings you didn't want to wake up to. Nights when sleep felt impossible. Conversations you were scared to have. Decisions you made without knowing what the hell you were doing. You deserve that kind of credit, that kind of love. Give yourself permission to not have it all figured out. To not always be healing. To not always be hustling. You don't have to earn rest. You don't have to prove your worth. You don't have to be...
I still can't accept that. Even like I know like to not always be hustling. Like man, I feel like I always got to get something done. But man, he's speaking that real. I feel like this is the most quiet I've been in a video on his channel so far.
More than you are to deserve love right now. You made it this far. Through chaos and heartbreak and awkward first dates and toxic bosses and quiet Sundays that made you question everything. Through self-doubt and second guesses and those weird years where you didn't recognize yourself in the mirror. And you're still here. That's not nothing. That's everything. So take a breath. Not a shallow one. A deep one. Let it fill your lungs like you finally believe you deserve air. Drink some water. Not because it's trendy, but because your body deserves to be cared for even when your mind is exhausted. Text someone you love. Not because you need a reply, but because it matters that you said it. And keep going. Not in a toxic productivity way. Not in a rise and grind kind of way. Just keep becoming. Keep unfolding. Keep finding new pieces of yourself in quiet moments. In belly laughs, in ugly cries, in the songs you play on repeat. When you're trying to feel something, anything. Because the best parts, the ones you don't see coming, they're still ahead. The friendships that feel like home. The moments when peace sneaks up on you. The nights you fall asleep not from exhaustion, but from contentment. The mornings when you wake up excited, not anxious. The version of you that's waiting down the road. Not perfect, not unscarred, but whole. Rooted. Brave, real. And yeah, getting older is weird. It's gritty and painful and beautiful in a way that no one prepares you for. But maybe, just maybe, it's when life finally starts making a kind of sense that has nothing to do with goals and everything to do with grace. Not the pretty, posed kind. The kind you whisper to yourself in the dark. I'm still here. And that's enough every single time. You want to know what...
Good video, Wise Joe. Hope y'all enjoyed, man. As always, your boy TwoCentz, TCZ. We out.